stifles your progress. It can freeze your career, even damage your health. They can overtake your mind, paralyze you in your tracks, cause you to hide away, to retreat, or even lash out perhaps in frustration and despair. You have no idea what's going to happen at any moment with those voices in your head. And sometimes they overtake you completely, and there's no escape. But what if you could control those voices? What if you had a switch to be able to magically flip them from the negative side to the positive side? So what if all the damage that those voices could cause could actually bring you joy and fulfillment and success? Those are the kinds of voices that give us that sort of joy that we're talking about. You've all heard them before. You've been there when you've heard those positive voices. They're awesome when they come into play.
Yes, we did it. That's awesome. Fantastic.
That looks great on you. You look amazing.
You're ready. You can make this happen.
That's the best interview you've ever had.
You can make this happen.
Those voices lift you up,
job.
can bring you real energy and inner strength and peace. These are the secret weapons of the most successful and peaceful people on the planet. These are the people that have learned to listen to the right voices and again, to channel them and turn them into something that fuels them. But is it possible to just flip that switch? To be able to shut off all the negativity and bring something together and bring something forward that is positive with all the negativity that goes on in our lives? Is it possible to hear those demons and to be able to shut them off, to hear them and understand what they are for what they truly are, and to then eventually say, voices be gone, and then magically disappear? So this is where this is coming from. I do a lot of work with the ticket sales departments of professional sports teams. So I'm fortunate enough to work with teams like the Chicago Bulls. Any Bulls fans here? Excellent. Glad to hear that. So my first job was 15 years ago with the ticket sales departments of the Bulls. So they have a group of about 15 or 20 people that sell tickets for them, and my job is to come in and to help them improve their sales of those season tickets. And I'm really glad to see that there are fans, because it was pretty exciting for me when I went there for the first time. The statue was outside, the Jordan statue, that statue that you may have seen before. And so I pulled up, and there it was. And when I went into the building from the third floor that we did the training from, I could actually see the Jordan statue outside. And boy, was I nervous. It was a lot of pressure. And all day I saw buses come up and take pictures with the Jordan statue. So it was one of those things that just became surreal for me. But I started studying human performance from that very day, and I've moved forward and have now worked with over 100 different sports teams. And what I've noticed is that it's teams like the Chicago Bulls that are well-renowned, in fact, world-renowned. I've also worked with very small teams, minor league ball clubs, like the Everett Aqua Sox up in Everett, Washington. And there's actually some teams that you wouldn't believe some of the names. The Swamp Rabbits in Greenville. Any Swamp Rabbits fans? Well, they're out there. And what I've found is that the little places and the big places all have the same issues with their sales reps. Doesn't matter whether the team is fantastic or they haven't won a game all year. They all have the same challenges to sell those tickets. And most of them are voices inside their heads. And so what we're going to do is actually going to talk about these, what I call brain invaders. That's the sound that I use to be able to signify the 7 voices that I have discovered have let people down inside, that have disallowed people from the true success that they deserve. And so what I'd like to do today is to reveal those 7 voices to you one at a time. Give you a little bit of an insight that maybe you have yourself as to whether or not one of those might be inside you, and then give you some of those things that might help you in quelling those voices, bringing them down, and zapping those brain invaders out so that you might have a better way in which to cope and to move forward.